morning everybody and welcome back to Arkansas Gaming. Kansas here, bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, as you can see, I have been hard at work on this station, trying to get things in place. And as you can see, we've now got all of the solar panels, and yes, we now have a an oxygen farm solar panel array. I'll explain that one in a minute. But before I get started, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Alright, like I said, I've been so hard at work trying to sort everything out, so that you guys don't have to sit through me going through every single component, sorting out every single issue. Oh my god, it took me a while. But we are sorted, guys. We are in a much better place. As you see, I've also been starting on like some of the greebling. I think it's called greebling. All the detail work. And let me show you guys what I've been doing inside. And as you see, I've got something in store for us today. But yeah, here we go, guys. This is currently the inside of each of the arms. I've added in all of these pipes, these lights, these angled walls. I've even got rid of like the cargo containers and sorted all of that out. And to do that, if I can remember which arm is what at the moment, because I do need to still add in a lot of detailed stuff, like LCD panels. But as you see, I've added in the GOAT system. So there's the programming block there. There's the overall tally, the each of these panels are set up for the auto crafting system. As you see, I've sorted all that out as best as I can at the moment. I still haven't sorted out food. I still haven't grown anything yet because I've been so busy naming every single sodding light. Yes, I do mean every single one of them. I spent, what was it, 2 hours after 3 shifts, to be able to sort that out. Like I said, no more large cargo container inside. I do still need to sort out some of the detail work, like getting rid of this stupid long arm, somehow get it underground or something like that. I haven't figured exactly how I'm going to do that yet in any great detail. But that then leads me to what we are doing. This way. Like I said, really do need those LCD panels in place. Okay, so I was messing around with a few bits and pieces, trying to figure out how to build. Ugh. Excuse me, I must be half asleep still. Figuring out how to build a large, small ship hangar. Ugh, try saying that 10 times fast when you're drunk. Fortunately, I don't drink. Okay, so I found the structural platform, and I found the fact that structural platform, if I get it away from me a little, also has another alternative. It's got one with a connector in it. It's got a connector. Actually, I've got 5 connectors. One connector. It's got 4 conveyor ports on it. Sorry, 5 if you include the one that's underneath. If I go like that, there you go. There's the other one. And as you can see, 4 on the side. So 1 on each side even. So yeah, we got a way now of being able to connect everything together. Great. Question is how do we do that? And I have a cunning plan. Yes, it is as cunning as a fox that's just graduated from Oxford University with a degree in cunning, to quote Blackadder Goes Forth. So what I propose is this: if we have like some standard structural platforms going this way, we can then utilize from the fieldwork pack. We could utilize some of these floored decal. Do you know what? I have zero idea of how to pronounce that word correctly. You see it above me there. Floor decal, something like that. as far as I've heard, everybody pronounces it differently. Nobody actually knows how to pronounce it. But anyway, yeah, so we got things like this. We got like corners, and then we got straights all on one block. And then you've got other blocks with all sorts of other shapes, you know, like rounded bits like that. So we can use this to our advantage and actually do things like, right, where's the last conveyor port there? We could then bring that out here. So let's start with that so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about in terms of the sincere scale of all of this. I'm thinking if we do get the angle right, something like that. And we deliberately utilise that edge there to hold in the oxygen. Let's get this in the right place, because if we get this in the right place first, then everything else will fit right.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh no, that isn't what I'm looking for. That's not the droid I'm looking for. It's the next one on the because I need to whack in a T-junction there. Now, are you going to... Yes, it has. Awesome. I was wondering whether it was going to pick up all the parts, because I have been experiencing difficulties with some of the SKA-08's version of dummy 08's. What the heck is it called? Build and repair system. I should know what it's called by now. I've used it enough times. I've called its name enough times. Maybe it's just the fact that I haven't had enough coffee or something. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on that.
Inventory
Okay.
full.
So we'll throw that in there like that. Then we'll bring out into a straight. No, that's a corner. Into... No, that's a T-junction. Why aren't you going a straight for me? Thank you. Right. So we'll do that like that. And then the corner piece we'll have there. And then we'll go back to our straights. If it will let me. There we go. And that sort of blended it in for us quite nicely. I'm looking at that now. I'm like, no, that's not right. You know, let's do something about that. Okay, so I'm thinking now. About blending that in there. Okay, so I know it's sort of a bit of a mess work, but I think this is going to, in the end, prove to be the way forward. How am I going to blend that? I think that's going to be. Yeah, that's going to be more akin to something like this. Not really too keen on that. I know there's got to be a way forward for us somehow, somewhere. Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not again. Right, okay, so I think I'm gonna have to play with, well, that edge is right, but the other one is completely wrong. So let's try this a different way, shall we? That slope transition. Tip. I think I know the bit. If I can find it. Might be that one. Oh, it is that one. I wonder if there was another bit I could use for that. Make it a bit more smooth on the transition. No, that's not right. No, it is going to have to be that one there. Yeah, because that's going to... Yeah. Perfect, okay. So, we've now got a way of bringing out a conveyor. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... Sorry, we had to get through all of that mess work to then be able to get to where we want to be, which is adding in this platform piece here. So if we're going to be bringing it over to here, and these things I believe are 3 each. Yeah, no, 5 each. Sorry, 5 each. Let's add in the corner piece there, and then we can I don't know why it goes all jumpy whenever I'm doing this particular tube. I don't seem to have a problem with any other part, and I can prove that, if I wanted to. Okay, so we've got that going like say, and then we want to play for a second with some of this. So I think, if I remember correctly how this works, it just simply is a case of we just rotate the block to whatever we want. So I'm thinking at the moment, we bring that like say, no, that ain't right, because we've got to now get around it. If you imagine that line extending down here, then that corner is going to be there, which means we need a straight, if I can find the straight bit, there it is, like say. And then we can do again with the sort of like that. I mean, you'll see where I'm going in a minute. If I just then put in that in there, and we can drop that piece in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue each of these, and then we'll put in like the remainder of like the edging. Now the reason why is I want to create some space around each of these docking pads, just so that we've got some room to maneuver. So let's go back to
Energy low.
as is always the case. I don't believe I actually took this character out of cryostasis, would you? The way it keeps on whinging at me. Okay. Let's get that in there like that. There we go. Now I might actually change that to a T-junction. Now where did I put it? Okay, I'm going to use this one here. If you guys remember from one of my previous exploits, I created the Felix Mark II. Well, this is my sort of Mark II Space Edition. So, there we go. We're powering up while we're getting our lighting in a better way. Oh, wow, actually, that is looking good. I think I'm going to enjoy this spaceport. Because what I'm going to do is, if you can imagine, where it's coming, where that exit is there, yeah, up there. Easier to show than tell. Where I'm coming out of here, I want these walls to sort of splay, so to come out a bit more and then come out this way. And I want it also to the walls of this tube to also come out this way, so that there's also like a viewing area, if you will. And then I'm going to have like a double doors for like an airlock. That sort of nonsense. So there we go. Get that more in place to where I want it to be. There we go. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the Valkyrie for our test. Help me turn the engines on. What I want to do is those do help to then find where I am. And if we turn off the engines, start charging, and we should, in theory, if I go ship and go find, let's go cargo, just as a proof of the pudding. I'm going to transfer something over. Brilliant. There we go. Look at that. We now have a working dock. Oh, that is nice. I do like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like also it two-tiered as well, because what I'm thinking is if we have it so that you've got, if you will, the large bay and then like two like platforms either side with wall-mounted versions of these floor terminals, so that we can then dock ships like the Felix, which have only got a docking port on the back, against the wall, and then have like ladders, not ladders, like stairs so they can get up them, all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking of really going to town on this hangar. Yeah, this whole station is going to be sort of like my absolute like work of art, I think, in this case. So yeah, I'm liking that. That's connected on to that, or at least it will be once I'm done. And I've got plenty of room to maneuver. So I just need to make sure that by, I think I'm going to set this up now. Let's get the gates in. Now, where are the gates? Yeah. So I'm thinking if I put in maybe there. Yeah. We have gate 2/1 there, or you know, there, and then we have another one. I think there. That should be enough room for. Oh, excuse me, sorry. For a decent airlock, just to be able to just pass through. And then, like I say, we'll have a viewing area around here somewhere. I haven't figured it all out yet, but we will get there. Okay. Wow, that actually does look pretty darn good. Wow, I'm actually quite stoked about this now, guys. I mean, this is going to look epic. Because I'm thinking about maybe a couple of dozen like landing pads. Where is it? There it is. Oh wow, I honestly can't wait to see this fully realized. I mean, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, so I am gonna have to move the Valk just to be able to get that last one in, because it's saying I can't. It's a little bit off the deck there, so I can now get in there and finish this off. Let's grab a little bit of food. Might have to go down to the planet's surface soon and grab some more food. Eat one of those for now. At least try and get my hunger above the... There we go. Now that can go there, that can go there, that goes there, that goes there, and... last but not least, where the heck is it? There. Bingo! Okay. Now, obviously, we are going to need more flooring panels, but we're not going to be able to get that one in there because we can't, can we? It is the 3x3 slab, which we could use. This is going to be sort of like a pinch. Actually, I can't use that. I can't use that. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is actually where the 3x3 is going to come into its own. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Hey! Now, I had not planned that, but that has actually worked out better than I hoped. Now, what am I going to do here? Am I going to spur off there and then spur it off each way out and have multiple redundancies? Yeah, I think I'm going to have multiple redundancies here. So let's... Oh God. Hope that isn't affecting anybody with epilepsy. I think I'm going to have to put a warning on each of my vids. Okay, so really should have done that right from day one. Actually, thinking about it now, in hindsight. Okay, so that's got that in place. I mean, we can already start to see how this is going to come about. I mean, this is going to be something of an epic scale. The rest of the station is going to be small in comparison now. It's alright, we can build that out bigger if we wanted to, and all that sort of jazz. Oh wow, okay, so I think when it comes down to it, I am going to... Yeah, I've got an idea for this. If we go sort of like this, and have the conveyor down the side, and then we can space out some of the ships. Okay, so you can see where I'm going with this. So we've got the... Let's dock the Valkyrie. So... I have those on fill. And we've even locked the feet down as well. So although mind you saying that, where's the front one gone? I must have broken that off somewhere, somehow. We'll add that in some other time. But you can see how now we've how now brown cow, we've spaced it out, and we've got the appearance now of our of our station. So if we do that, and then here we can add in another connector with the straight, and then again another one of the platforms with the connector. So that's basically excuse me, that's basically my plan, and we can do the same on the other side. So in the grand scheme of things, it's all going to be like one huge hangar. I mean, if we get an idea of this from the sky, using the spectator cam, maybe it's not going to be as big as I think it's going to be. Maybe it's just an illusion. But yeah, we're already seeing the signs of progress. So I'm thinking actually maybe I've got some things wrong. Okay, that's connected.
Inventory full.
That needs to come out of there and be replaced with a T-junction. No, wrong T-junction. I want that T-junction. So we can then continue this way. We can do the same here now.
Inventory full.
So it's sort of like a little bit of a work in progress, but you're seeing the train of thought that's going through my mind about connecting everything up so that there's redundancies of multiple kinds. I may even have it see if I can work this out. Yeah, because if I have it here coming across so it connects the two sides as well, that might work out for the best. Or I wonder if there's a way of doing this in a different way, different light. Because what I'm thinking is there a way of like... Ooh, actually, idea. Alright, first of all, let's get everything connected up and where we can modified. Because I put in the wrong connector there. So, let's see. Right, let's get in our structural platforms there and there. Let's modify that into our T-junction. Like that. So just to prove me wrong, Scar's actually I'm not sure. Anyway, the build and repair system is kicking in and doing a good job of things. Okay. So I'm gonna have to connect these up, as jarring as it is. Really have no idea why that's going on. Okay, so get that in like that, and if we go back here we can utilize, no, not the floor slab, not the deck, there. We've got the edge one. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be armor paneling on the outside as well. Hey, what is? Oh, it's passage. That's why. So we've got the corner in there. Right, so we can now do this thing that we would wanted to do at the beginning. So we can now connect that in there with a T-junction piece. Or at least we can once it's caught up with us a bit. So we'll just give that a moment. Good opportunity for me to get some coffee, clear my throat, because I was sounding like a horse raptor. Okay. So yeah, that's doing nicely like that. That's doing like that. Okay, so now the point of all of that was so that we can then do this thing over here, where we're going to go. Yeah, one more there. This, I wish there was like a, what do you call it, like a cross. I'm going to have to use a conveyor for this. Now, I know there is, in like conveyor pipe, you got the pipe cross. But we can't use that because of the fact we're trying to create an airtight area, somewhere we can also walk over, all of that lovely jubbly stuff. So this is a bit of a problem. So conveyor, unfortunately, it's going to have to be. So we'll put that in there like so. Because from here, we'll put in the T. Say, and then just for the sake of argument, we'll bring this across. Yeah, one more. Sorry, I couldn't see the proverbial wood for the trees. And then what we can then do is in here under floor edge, it was floor decal or decal. Oh bother! There we go. Didn't mean to place that there. And then what we can then do is we can then do that on the other side. And then that creates our R3, yeah. So as if we were using like the lab floor or something like that. Now that's going to look awesome when it's all built in. Okay, come on, show me the love. And I've just realised something as well. We're going to have a similar issue right here. That's not a problem. It's not a problem at all, actually. You know, thinking about it, we'll just do the same thing over again. You know, it's just going to be a case of doing that. Adding in our pipe work. God, this is so... I don't understand why it's the conveyor tube is the the conveyor tubes are the only ones that do this to me. Even if I'm doing something like the standard conveyor tube, adding them in, it's jarring. I think I'm out actually of inner tube, internal components, but we can sort that out. Okay, so that's getting that in place quite nicely. Actually, that now is wrong. I see it. I'm seeing the issue before me. I'm hoping that in one of the future packs they'll actually produce a cross rather than having to use the junction. I don't understand why the round tube got that, but the square, I guess you could call it, or the cuboid, doesn't have it. Okay. So let's just continue this on while we've got an opportunity and a chance. There. Oh, it's because my hands were in the wrong place. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh wow! Actually, starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, and it looks golden. There we go. So I'm sort of just building it up so we can see what we're seeing and then get an understanding of how we're going to build this. So what it looks like is going to be special edging, landing pad, special edging, tube, platform, tube, special edging, and then platform, landing pad. That's the way I'm looking at this right now. So we can then bring that to the ultimate conclusion, because let's say we build this four by four. Yeah, so I'm talking about the landing pads here. What I'm thinking is simply this: we've got two on each side. So let's bring this out to its ultimate conclusion. Actually, let's get some energy first. Okay, come on, game. I think because it was building everything in, it was having problems keeping up with me. No, not yet ready for more food. Come on. I just need all the energy I can get. Right. So, continuing on from where we left off, we are going to have the reinforced tube, and then the tube junction. We then put in our structural platform, oh yeah, then it's the reverse on the other side. So actually, instead of going all the way around now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. Let's, oh bother. There we go, that's going to make life easier. Right. There we go. Add that in like that. Add that in there. There we go. So that's now, let's say, left free or something like that. We're going to have to name these somehow. Lord knows how we're going to name them at the moment, but we'll figure that out at a later date. So, yeah, right key there. So that's the connector jobby. Now we want the structural platform. And then another conveyor tube. Oops. And then that's going to be our last. That's going to be our last ground platform. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. Okay. So how big is this now? Let's get an idea of scale. Oh wow. So yeah, this is going to be pretty big, pretty epic. So I'm going to guess a lot of work is going to have to be done outside of the game to be able to get this to look the way that I'm sort of thinking and envisaging it at the moment. Yeah, because we are at, what, 40 minutes now just to get this far. Now, how are we going to do the next bit? I think I am, therefore I'm spam. We're going to do another set of tubing. Excuse the stuttering. That's not just the game I'm talking about. I'm talking about me as well. We'll grab in another one of these structural platforms. So that gives whatever ship lands there the room to do, well, whatever. And then what? It's a $1 billion question. I'm not sure how we're going to go up from here. I think this is just going to be a case of... Actually, yeah, I know what we can do. We add in like a floor slab there. Actually, no. Do we want a floor slab? No, we're going to have to put in building repair systems because that doesn't seem to be building out this far now. Okay, thinking here. I'm thinking that is wrong. I think this is going to just be a job for light armor paneling. Like that. Or is it? I'm just trying to... I'm planning how I'm going to go up the wall here. Because this bit... and I don't mean with insanity. What am I looking for? So there's no sort of inverse edge, is there? Not even underground. So I can't really do that. I'm definitely going to be doing that with walls. Eventually. It's a shame there isn't a triangle, the wall diagonal, but without the bar. Because there's that, but Unless I do sort of a jagged sort of affair going up the wall. Bingo! I think I just found my route. Okay, so let's plonk that in there. I'm going to go... Excuse me for going back and forth with ideas, but... now what I'm thinking is this. If we do... Now, where is it? Like the interior wall angled. Like... Say, fortunately I'm going to have to go back here for this. Now where is it? That one there? Yeah, that one there. And then do the same again, but with the wall pieces an angle like that. So we get this. You do get sort of a slope, but we get one which has sort of got a bit of interest in it now. Yeah, it's not so limited, let's say. Okay, now how are we going to add in the build and repair systems? That's going to be fun. Idea. If we put them... This is going to be an absolute ache to name all this, but I do have ideas. Right,
Inventory full.
if we do it either side of each of these landing pads, so it's like...
Inventory full.
Everything's going to be repairing itself. Production, no, large blocks. That's that. Wasn't consolidation. That's that. Propulsion. Oh, okay. There's that. It wasn't E-War. Wasn't Frostbite. Wasn't DHI. Where the hell's it disappeared to? Alright. We'll do it this way. There we go. Ah, problem. Ah, bugger. It's only got... Ah, we can't do that. Oh, ding dong darn it. That was otherwise a good idea. Now the other alternative... Ooh, actually it's a good one, alternative as well. Because that means it's more out of the way of the ships as they come in and out of the station. So if we do like there and there, alright, cool. Just grabbed it. Okay, let's plan the layout of these. Alright, so that'll be left, right. Yeah, because if we have it embedded in the ground, that should be, yeah, less than in the way. And we have front going that way, so utilizing the Valkyrie, that way is front. Okay, so that then allows us quite a bit of room for maneuver, actually. Okay, so continuing on this concept, right, let's get the... Right, let's get the straights in first, so that we can sort of mass manage what we... Excuse me, I want to go here, not all the way over there, because that's the wall there. Okay, and then bring that back round to conveyor, making sure that we've got the light, you know, the naming tags the right way round, because I'm a stickler for that sort of nonsense. Don't ask me why, but I am. Okay, so it's got that all in place. Now, unfortunately, this is where we have to do slideshow again. I'm just wondering whether it's because this thing is so massive now that it's struggling to handle the you know, everything that's going on. Oh, it doesn't tell me when my what my PCU is at the moment, but I'm sure if I was to do... No, I can't do it through the ships. I'd have to do that another time and let you guys know maybe next episode where we're at in terms of PCU count, because this thing is starting to take on a life of its own in terms of size. And wait until you see what the defences are going to be like. Whew. Man, I've got some ideas. Oops. Not sure why I've gotten that far out, actually. I don't really need to. Actually, no, I do. Because halfway through this slab here, so if I go two like that, that's going to be about the halfway mark, which is about there anyway. So then we can add in the build and repair there. But I'm going to do this in order.
Energy low.
Right, that's connected there and there, so I can actually do this without actually breaking it off by mistake. So
Inventory full.
right, so that's now broken everything up to the way it should be. So now we can add in the build and repair systems. One there. Oh, it's got the plate in the way. Actually, let's try something here. There we go. Get that in there. Woohoo! Okay, so that's got them in place. All it's going to be now is we're going to have to figure out which ones they are and actually actually it should be easy because all my build and repair systems are named. So if we grab all of these, turn them on, we'll go through this. Now this particular version has a lot more added to it. I'm not sure I'm getting all this right in the way that I'm doing stuff. Neutral blocks of ground. priority order. Priority. I'll just go through each of these just to make sure they're on. Turn them down to about 10%. I'll make sure that the ticking is all disabled. I don't know whether you guys remember some of the other, builds I've done. Yeah, look, the ticking was just annoying. Oh, look at that! It's already building most of it in like no time flat. Whilst I was off playing with all the settings and all that. How cool is that? But you guys are seeing now where I'm going with this. Let's just add in for effects, because I know we're running out of time. We add in a floor slab there, like say. So we're sort of, in effect, we're mirroring what's going down on the floor. Now I want this next one to be like really high up. It's not really a way of doing this, so, but I do see that like this side has got like a big panel there. If you go the other side, it's, I don't know how to describe it, like lots of like little panels and all that. So it's all based on how you want it. And I preferred like these big panels. So there we go. So that's that done. And then I guess in a way we're gonna sort of continue the theme that we already started here. So so what we'll do, something like this, and then we'll have the big structural platform like say. I'm just going to go over here, get the Felix while it's building it up, because I'm hoping I can show you guys this before we run out of time. Looks like I'm going to be able to do so with charge like so. So there we go, guys. Yeah, we've got the Felix now mounted on the wall. So what we can then do, hold on. Oh, what? I just noticed this. Oh, wow. You see these curves? They're green. I'll tell you what, if I do it this way, it's easier. If I go switch lock, that's blue. And if I move it away, it's going to be, look, and it's turned yellow. There we go, look. No, that one down there, because there's nothing near it, it's white. Oh, that is so cool. That is so awesome. I didn't know that. Oh man, I'm loving this more now. Okay, so what I'm thinking as well is if we then had like a platform, I don't know how we're going to do the platforms. I'm running out of room in this particular category. I'm going to have to put it here for now, but maybe a graded catwalk. And then maybe put it, yeah, let's put it like 2 under, something like this. Or maybe, yeah. So yeah, if we have something like this, I'm just going to build this out a bit more. How far out can I realistically take this catwalk? Probably. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to go so far. We bring that up like that, just as a baseline. I know it's going to build it up, and I'm going to take that apart in a minute. But if we build that up like that, then we can then go. Out this far, and then end it in, like say. Unfortunately, this is going to take a moment. I'm going to have to grind all this down. And I'm going over my hour here.
Inventory full.
Actually, let's ground that down beneath there. Now, if I just grind that down here.
Inventory full.
Then the build and repair systems should take that part in no time. But that gives you an idea of what we're looking at. Which is sort of this huge catwalk. So we can get under here, we can do any repairs and modifications and stuff like that we need to do. And all in all, its overall size, I mean, if you think about it, it's going to be that sort of size. It's going to be about, what's that? Yeah, that is 4D. It's probably going to be about to here. So I think all in all, in terms of the station size, I think that's going to be in keeping with everything else that we've been doing. But I'm going to go away. I'm going to continue the work on this this hangar, because I'm so stoked about this now. Hopefully by the time we get back, we'll be able to add in a little bit more of the works, and yeah, maybe that viewing area and things like that. But I'm going to work on the really annoying stuff, like all the conveyors, which cause all the stuttering and all that sort of thing, so that when we come back we can do all of the really cool stuff. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, because I thoroughly have, and I hope to see you next time on Arcangulus Gaming.